It was only a few weeks ago in the fall, it seems, when we did a ritual with beads, Reverend Rodney Lemery and I, pouring onto the sanctuary floor 2,300 beads, which represented the 200,000 people who had at that point lost their lives to COVID, and also the 300,000 people who were thought to have died this year because they were wary to use care or because that care was compromised in the face of the enormity of the response to this virus. On November 18th, we passed another milestone, 250,000 dead, and once again it went unacknowledged by our president, by our other leaders nationally. Since that time, our volunteers have taken and strung these beads and some additional ones that we have now purchased. And we will be placing them, with Marge Chapel's blessing, in the Chapel Memorial Grove of redwoods at the edge of our campus as an act of remembering and witnessing. Let us take a moment this morning, on the eve of having to take further measures to stop this dreadful virus, to remember the enormity of our loss and also the singularity and tragedy of each life lost. And let us continue our time of meditation and reflection today together in this time that we create to hold together that which is too large for us to hold alone, especially in these times. I invite you to join me in this spirit of reflection. Let us try to hold in our hearts something besides numbness, some kind of feeling or emotion for these precious lives and for the lives of those who loved them, now changed beyond measure. And if we personally are grieving the loss of a loved one this holiday season, as so many of us are, may we be witness to one another's pain. Let us hold together in our hearts the decision makers at all levels, including the governor of our own state and our local leaders, and all of those managing organizations and businesses who are trying to step into the breach and do what they can in this terrible time. Let us hold in our hearts our anger at the decisions that have been made, that have made lives expendable, some estimating that we could have had a number nationally 100,000 less than the number that we grapple with today. Let us hold in our hearts our loved ones who do not always make the decisions we wish they would make, who do not always respond to these frightening times with rationality, who may be cruel or angry with their own fear. Let us hold in our hearts our own tired selves, our fears of being lonely, isolated, our griefs at loss, our sense of things just not being fair. Let us hold together our need to still find ways to mark these holidays which transition us through this darkest time of the year and into another year. And let us hold together our hopes for that year. Together in this place, may we celebrate the small and also acknowledge what is large, our gratitude for every life our actions may save, including our own. May we be the ones to make it so.